moves like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in the City of Angels. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Rams. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 780. Right there, 54 miles. And what's that? And what's the ball? Express!
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go! Let's go!
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. McCaffrey following the penalty. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Goff on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Value 3. I'm coming after you. Hey, Alpha. 54's Mike. Check. Watch me done.
Out of the gun. Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook. but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Go, go. Hey, Delta. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Now Goff on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Hey! Watch the whip. Check. Gun.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6-7.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, D. 17. Mike 5-4.
Hey, orbit.
Right there.
Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Now Goff gets this into the hands of Brandon Cooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Go, Todd. 180. 12.
59's Mike. Check.
Smooth.
I know he ain't got it.
On first down, it's gone. Going for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it's going to be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Second down, it's Henderson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Corey Littleton coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing is Newton. Gets past one man. That's caught. It's Jarius Wright. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He's going to air one out. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On a jet sweep, here comes Moore. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
180. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On second and 11 now. Newton. And caught left side. Olsen. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 30. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let him know.
A shotgun snap for gone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke. Fix it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. That one caught by Gibson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a first down throw. Gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Ric Flair.
Now it's gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
Check right 54. Right 54. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Gun.
Don't get nervous.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton escaping the pressure right. And the tight end Olsen, right side. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And Gano's kick is right through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
This one taken from the 7. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. And that will be incomplete. The safety, Ross Cockrell, there to knock that one away. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now gone. He gets it to Cooks. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks. 58 yards as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
It's 2nd down.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Come on, boy.
Gregory!
You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Gregory!
That's the West.
Off play action. Newton. And the pressure gets to him again. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume.
I like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. It's complete. This is Tom Gurley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Hey, exit. Don't get nervous.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
From the red zone now, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hold on. Check.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Hey, seam 6.
Right there. 54, right there. 54.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
20.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Newton. Got a man, it's late. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check 99. Check 37. Check 8. Great.
Newton to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw on third down, Newton. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
He'll return it from the 6. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Right there. 54, right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Rams on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Hey, Zoo. 54.
Out of the gun. Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Dante Jackson picks it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Check. Lucky.
This is McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A toss here to Scarlett. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Jordan Scarlett taking it in. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Defense, we
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Throwing again on second down. Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Goff on third down. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Get ready. DC.
Henderson going to run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Goff. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Here I come. Mike.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
And 10 yards to go.
The Rams on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Goff. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Gun. 54, Mike. 54.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Your trip is huge, baby. Your trip is huge. What is it? Let's get it. Gun.
Stay with your man.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.